What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. We're here today with the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. I received a donation yesterday, message attached, can you build this car, run a time on blue collar. There was more in that, but basically they were requesting this. It's one of this person's favorite car. I was like, absolutely, I love money, let's do that. And so, fear not, you guys, I've got your Alfa Romero coming out tomorrow. It's ready to go. I've got it in A+ and S, but when someone's going to pay me to do some work that I'm already passionate about, I'm going to give that a little priority, and I bet you guys would understand the same thing. So, built the car, ran some times in it. Low-key, we already had it. I reached out to Neil, who is the builder of the Cornnut crew, and was like, hey man, we're doing this, I got this donation, gonna build a car. He's like, we've already got it in the lab. Just scroll up a bunch. We've had it for about a month and a half, 2 months. I was like, oh. I remember doing testing and stuff in it, but why didn't I do a build video? He goes, because you liked the other convertible better. It slotted in better. This is a short track specialist, and you get beat up in every playlist because you only win one of the 3 races. I was like, that does sound like me. I do seem to remember that. He goes, man, you can't remember what we did yesterday. I was like, well, you know, we built a lot of cars. He's like, that's why you got me, and I totally appreciate it. Nil, he is a gem, and I love him so much for being there. He keeps me in line and helps me not rework stuff that we've already worked before. So, pulled it out of the lab, out of the archives. Here it is. It's really good, and it's really good on blue collar. It is not the F40. The F40 runs a 150 flat. 147 is what I've heard in the talkings of people, but I think 150 is like that. I've seen Hex do it. We got a video for that. 155 is the new golden standard. It's 155 or nothing with these guys, is what they say if you're running the F40. Myself, I do a 157 in the 71 Skyline, and I'm happy with that. So sub 2 is kind of like, if you're not going sub 2, your car is not meta. It is not there. And it's a skill issue, is how we put it, if you're driving the F40 or some of the other meta cars. That being said, I run a 159 in this thing, no problem. And then me and Slide were playing together, just having fun after I ran that, because he wanted to try to do it in a drift. And I do a 201, and he does a 202 right behind me. So I'm running grip build, he's running drift. So it's like, this car's really pretty consistent, and it's pretty fast. So that being said, I'm going to bring you the blue collar races. I'll bring you my 159, show you what some fast lines look like. There's still lots of room for improvement there. And then I'll show you the one where me and Slide are kind of trading positions, because that was a good race. We were having a good time. Let's dig into it, you guys. Oh, side note, big shout out to UncRC. Love games is what he throws in here. And there's definitely somebody playing some games out there with these donations after seeing some other builds materialize on this car right around the same time, which is not coincidence, but I like games. Let's play some games. The engine that we are running in this car is the 5.0 liter V8. 460 brake horsepower when you start. That is going to be the Silver Pro engine. For the parts, you are running Super Gold induction. You're running Elite Platinum ECU. Elite Platinum fuel system. Super Gold exhaust. Elite Platinum Roots supercharger. Sport Bronze nitrous. Elite Platinum Road suspension. Super Gold brakes. Elite Platinum grip tires. It comes stock with an Elite Platinum clutch, you guys. So you automatic players, I don't want to hear it. This car's plenty fast. You'll be fine. For the transmission, you are running the Sport Bronze 5-speed transmission. Look at this. If you change that transmission, it gives you 50 points. If you change it all the way up to the 8-speed, it puts you right at the top of S+ class. So real talk, like this is an S+ car that has been dethroned or down-tuned into S class with a 5-speed. All we're doing is nerfing the top speed and changing the gear ratios. That's it. The power is all still there. So like this is really quite a fast car. It's kind of like borderline cheese. Now, like we did on other builds, this is a 98% grip build. Almost all the way Beyonce, because we're squeezing every point out of it that we can. So you are going to run the Iron Basic differential at the start, and then we'll go put in the good one when we're done. Auxiliaries, if you want to set fast times, do micro drifting, do nitrous drift, do nitrous grip. You'll see me do a lot of that in the video. So stay tuned for the gameplay. Now, here's the deal. Go down to the handling. Run your handling slider all the way to 100% grip. Full Beyonce. Steering sensitivity, you're going to go 2 clicks high or wherever you put it, that's fine. Downforce, off the center, go 1 click to the right. That is going to still keep you at 330, but that's where I'm putting it right now because watch what we do. You can run it all the way to the right if you want, but you're still going to be S plus 330. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. So go back. Now you've set up everything. The car is still S plus 330. Go to your parts. Go to your transmission. Make sure you still have the iron basic diff. Go and equip and purchase the Super Road suspension. That's going to take you to S329. You'll see that on the right hand side. Go back, equip the Elite Platinum off-road suspension that you've already purchased. Go over, equip the Elite Platinum differential if you want, if you already have it. I like putting it on there. I don't know, it's placebo. I just feel like having that part there makes me feel better about it. Go down to your handling, and you can play with this downforce slider anywhere you want. Just don't touch the handling slider. It is now at 98% grip. Take your downforce slider, go to the middle, go over 1. That's 329. That is how you actually optimize a car to its fullest, you guys. And that is where me and Nil, that's the level that we operate on, and that's where we've been at for 2 months. Like, this is not a new build for us. It's something we've had, but 167 wasn't enough to bring you guys because you get crushed on Rapid Transit. You would get crushed on Smoke Show. A lot of these, well, maybe not Smoke Show, but Fish Hook and a lot of these other S tracks. So I didn't want to bring you something that you're going to win a few but get crushed on the others. But now that you can pick a car for a track, this is very good on Blue Collar. This is decent on Smoke Show. This is decent on some of the tighter tracks. I really think you guys should give it a go. With Redline Tech, you'll do 175 easy. Real talk, with a boost, I've seen 180 out of this car. So like the top speed is there if you're using your boost correctly, if you're doing Redline Tech like you need to. So I mean, 170 plus is adequate for S-Class. Anything less than that number of 167 or 165, I would almost be like, not embarrassed, but like I wouldn't be comfortable bringing you that because that's like super nerfed. Like that is a one track only car. And this is actually used for a lot of short track. It's really quite good. 167 is the top speed. Like I said, it'll do 175. 1070 on the horsepower. 855 on the torque. It is really a banger, you guys. This car accelerates really hard. It's very predictable. It Tron turns very well. It grips really well. I'm very, very happy with it. Big shout out to the Cornnut Racing crew, my boys. They did this livery for me. They keep me going. Thank you to Nil. Thank you to Unkar C for the tunes. Let's move on to the gameplay footage. You guys build this car, give it a try. I think you'll really like it. I don't know who's donating and playing games, but I love it. So if you guys want to see a car and you want to jump it in front of the line, send me a donation with what you want, and I'll do that absolutely. I'm really good at receiving money. I like money. It's great. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. Alright, Blue Collar. This is a good one. Bling Bling Boy, which is Sly QT. He queued up in the Volvo. He was trying to set a time. He thought he'd be able to beat me. I thought that was quite funny. We've got a guy in an F40 that's quite fast. I'm not sure who he is. He's on my friends list because he was able to join my party later. But I don't know him offhand. But he is definitely accelerating really hard in the F40. We launch in 4th gear. You'll see me come around these guys. I'm in 3rd position, so not setting an optimal time here. But we're going pretty fast. I'm getting a little bit of a draft on him, getting a little airborne. Going into this corner, I do a micro drift, and you'll see that I use that boost about halfway through, which gives me then a grip turn. The F40 saves us. He hits that truck, we go right under it. It's amazing. Now we're racing. We're gaming, boys. Let's go. I was really pumped about that. It was pretty cool. And so coming around this corner, go to the inside of the car, use our boost to accelerate, get a good corner exit. We get the grip turn. It's a 3-bar. We save it for this corner. Do a Tron turn. Accelerate up the hill. Clicking into 5th gear right there. You'll see me do a grip turn here. Gives us a little bar. And then I micro drift here. And then as soon as I'm at the apex, I use the boost. I don't care how many bars I've got. We almost get a 3-bar. I chain it up to a 3-bar. Then I used it there to get a nice hard turn. Go through the woods. Once again, we're going. I could have been more optimal there, but regardless, it's fine. We're just trying to set a good gameplay footage time for you guys. Coming up the hill, this car's got some legs, but it doesn't love the dirt. Like I say, it'll do about 175. But in the dirt, really, the most you're going to get out of it here is about 155, 160, depending on how good your acceleration is and how much boost you've got. Now here, we use our boost to get back up to speed. Get a near miss there, micro drift through here, so that way we go into this corner with a 3-bar. I hit it, use it, Tron turn, stay on the road, very controlled. That way we can accelerate to our maximum. I micro drift here. As soon as I get about halfway through the corner, I use it, so that way I can get the exit. We get the near miss and the grip turn, which gives us 3 bars. We use it there as a Tron turn. We're going to micro drift this corner, build that boost up, and then use it on exit, right there. We've got a grip turn for 3 bar, so we're going to chain that. I do a little bit of a brake tap to use it. Last corner, Tron turn, shoot straight at the finish line, use the little bit of boost we got, and that's going to give us a 159 in the Mercedes AMG Black Series. Not a bad run at all. I definitely could improve that. There's lots of room for improvement, but anything sub 2 is very fast, and a 159.70 is cruising. D-Geg or whoever he is in second, he ran a 202, so he's quite fast in that F40. Now let's move on to me and Slide's little battle. It's not as fast as this, but it's still quite good. Alright, same track, same car, but I am following through with that donation request. You wanted to see blue collar? I got you, fam. This is me and Slide running it. Slide's running a drift build. It's essentially the same car. He's just running drift tires, and then he's got the slider adjusted a little bit. For that reason, he was able to add a little bit of a bottle, but they're essentially the same car. So we both take out. I'm going to draft him, get that optimal boost there. This was, I think, the second or third time we played it, because we wanted to get some gameplay of both of us, so we were just queuing up just him and I. Get a grip turn there, use it, kind of tap the inside. This is far less optimal than the 159 run, but regardless, man, we're running plenty fast. We're having a good time. So I'm just kind of goofing with him. He's sliding around. I'm grip turning. We're both using boost at different points. I'm definitely taking a much different line because I don't want to interact with him and throw him off. I only have a 2.5 bar there, so it might as well just be a 2 bar. We're in the dirt. Like, obviously, you can see we're not running super optimal. He gets in front of us there. Now we're racing. Now we're gaming. You see him sliding around. See me grip turning out. Like, we're on the same piece of tarmac fighting for the first place position, and we're having a great time. You'll see we're both using boost in very similar areas, but for different reasons. Like, he's using his to set up his corner. I'm using mine to get up to speed. So I'm going to cap my 3 bar up the hill here. Start climbing the hill at about 160. So not bad, but we do lose a lot of speed on the hill. Slide does the same thing. I mean, we're neck and neck with each other right there. I'm going to pop back into that draft, try to keep that bar going, and then use it as soon as we hit the tarmac to get back up to speed. So he's not really gaining on us, and we're not really catching him. It's just we're staying neck and neck. Now my Tron turn there is excellent. I'm able to cut way inside of him and accelerate very hard, which is something that as a drifter, you don't do the same lines. You're not really able to do that. So that lead that he had, he did lose, and we're turning much harder and much sharper than he is, and we are gaining yardage in every corner. Now mind you, I slow down to get these micro drifts and get these grip turns, and so we lose a little bit, but overall you'll see that we are gaining about 15 or 20 yards in every corner. And I would argue that Slide is one of the best drifters in the game right now. Maybe not the best, but definitely very, very competent. And so I run a 201.32. He runs a 202.88. So very fast times. We're having a good time. None of those were clean. Neither one of us got a crazy run. But at the end of the day, I do want to show you guys that this car can be consistent and it can be quite fast. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.